What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel for another video today. Yesterday, or in the last video that you guys saw, we talked a little bit about machines and why they're bad. What I really mean is why you shouldn't use them. If you missed that, go ahead and check it out and then join us back here. Today we're going to be talking about how long does it really take to get to someone like my size. That's been a question I've been getting a lot lately in the gym. It's just straight up, how long does it take? There's a lot of BS out there, people lying to you. And let me just set the record straight here. For those of you that want to know right away, you want to click on, hear the answer, and then click off the video. The answer is, let's see, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That's 9 years. Yes, I just counted on my fingers. It's great, isn't it? So yeah, it's taken me 9 years to get to this. If this isn't very big to you, then I'm sorry. If this is big to you, then 9 years is what you're looking at. In all seriousness though, I was just joking around, but in all seriousness, it did. It took me 9 years. Now you have to remember, so 17, I talked about a little bit in one of my videos before. I think it was the macro video. I talked a little bit about going to high school, and that's when I really started. And then after high school, I actually joined the military. So there was a break for basic military training. There was a break for tech school. There was a break when I deployed. There was also a break when I went back to tech school because I just recently got a different job in the military. So I went back to tech school and a bunch of other schools that's actually been going on this entire past year that I've been dealing with. And then I was supposed to deploy and I didn't deploy and blah, 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 whatever. There was actually several breaks in time in there that were of no fault of my own. I mean, in basic training, what can you do? You know, I did my best, but literally, you know, you're controlled by the man. You do what you gotta do, and then you just reset. It's important to know though, just right now, I wanna take the time really fast to let you guys know, like, if you do hit a setback, don't consider it a setback, just do your absolute best during that period of time, but enjoy that period of time, you know, whatever it may be, vacation or, you know, some kind of work promotion where you have to go and study off-site, you know, anything like this, or school, like where you have to go somewhere to a location. Now the military is kind of a different situation, right? Like sometimes they send me places and I just, you know, I don't have a car. I don't have a way to get to the gym. Like I don't have food, like I have to eat on base. And so I would hope for you guys, a lot of you guys, like it's not like that, I really hope. But if you do have these things, the best advice I can give you is just stay focused, do your best, but don't stress out, because the minute you stress out, your body takes on that stress and it will actually literally hold more fat and more carbs. Like you'll hold on to more weight just because you're stressed out. It's very important that you just stay calm, do everything in your ability to maintain that course, and then whatever you can't control, just let that go. Let it go, and as soon as you can get back to the normal routine, bam, you snap it on. Like recently, I actually went on a trip. Because of coronavirus, I'm sure you guys know, we were at a hotel. The hotel did not have the gym open. I didn't have a vehicle. You know, I brought as much meal prep as I could, but I couldn't do my cardio, I couldn't hit my workouts. It was only 3 days, so I told myself, okay, do the best that I absolutely can, and as soon as I get home the next day, bam, I'm on it. So Wednesday night, I got back. Thursday morning, turned it on. It was like nothing ever happened. I hit all my meals, I went to the gym, and I did cardio. This is kind of a sidetrack here from the video, but that's very important to lifting. That's how you're gonna stay on track with your goals long term, right? Because actually last weekend I weighed in at 211.8, and this weekend I weighed in at 211.8, and I didn't do very good Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But Thursday I picked it right back up, and because of that, because I didn't let myself stress and I didn't let myself, you know, be hard on myself, really, I was able to recover and I evened out the whole week, which right now is kind of the goal, you know. So if, for those of you that don't know, I kind of did a little cut, nothing serious, but you know, I want to look good at the pool, and I'm just basically, me and my coach are just basically maintaining this weight throughout the summer. It's a good look for me. I really am enjoying the look. I'm enjoying the process. The food's good, the cardio's good, everything's perfect. I love it just where we're at. To get back on track here, there's a lot of, like I said in my very first video, there's a lot of people on Instagram and they're just talking and talking, right? And they say, you know, lose 30 pounds in 30 days and this and that. First of all, you need to know that there's a safe way to do anything in a bad, hard on your body way, right? You should never lose that much weight that fast. Like, whether you're going up or down in weight, it should be about maybe 2 pounds a week, and that's probably pushing it, right? So honestly, and this this is even professional bodybuilder levels, right? Like, people see them when they weigh 240 pounds competing on stage and they go, yo, like, my boy did this super quick. But he didn't. He did it over 7-8 years. Like, maybe in a year he puts on 10 pounds of lean mass, and that's amazing, right? And then you have to add on that that guy's a genetic freak. So for us normal, average, everyday Joes, you know, I just think that if you have a better expectation, I'm not trying to crush your dreams, I just want you to have a better expectation, because I think, and myself included, a lot of us look at the end goal and we go, I can never get there. Like, I can never ever do that. When in reality, it's like, just take it as stepping stones, you know what I mean? Don't look at it like, say you're 180 and you want to be 220. Try not to look at it as, you know, 40 pounds or, like, in my case, like 9 years, right? Try to take it in small little increments. Set little goals for yourself, you know, set, you know, 5 pounds and put that in your mind. I mean, I break it as far down for myself as, like, you know, I like to think of it as a building blocks, right? So the meals build on top of meals on meals, and those meals put together a solid day, right? Your meals, your cardio, and your weightlifting. That puts a solid day together. You just pack a lot of those days together, and then you got the ball rolling. And once you make this a habit, it becomes easier and easier. I literally write on my refrigerator, I write down every meal. Meal 1, 2, 3, 4, a pre-workout and a post-workout, 6 meals. And every time I finish a meal, it helps me so much to just cross the meal out and then continue on with my day. At the end of the day, my little, like, reward to myself is I cross the last one out, I get to erase everything, and then I add a line in the bottom left-hand corner saying, okay, that's one more day. Once you see those stack up, those perfect days, and you see them all across the bottom of the whiteboard there, it gets easier and easier to continue and harder to cheat. Because then when I find myself, like, I love ice cream, I find myself like, I really, really want ice cream. But I look at the bottom and I see 20 or 30 of those streaks, and it's like, is it really worth erasing all of those? No, it's not, you know. So that can be something, that's something I do that could possibly help you guys. But I just, like I said, I want to set the expectation in a more realistic light. I don't want, I'm not trying to discourage you. In fact, I want to encourage you. But I'm just saying, you know, it's kind of like when we write down goals for life in general. You want to write down, you know, maybe a yearly goal, a 3-year, a 5-year, and a 10-year goal. Maybe your 10-year goal is to gain 40 pounds, but then break it down. Okay, my 5 years, 20 pounds. My 3 years, 10 pounds. Or just an example, right? Because the more you can take a big goal like that and break it all the way down to as small as you can, like I broke my goals down all the way to meal by meal, right? The easier you can just kind of keep yourself moving in the right direction. It's a slow process, but the more consistent you are, the better it is. And I've gotten into this trap before where I feel like, you know, well, what's even the point? Like, if I cheat here and there, it's fine, but that's not true. The more, it's almost like a compound interest type deal, right? The more you're consistent and for the longer period of time, the harder it is to get you off of that track. So like, when I had my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday little mishap thing with my trip, it didn't derail me. Now, if every week looked like that, I'm gonna get nowhere. I'm just spinning my wheels and spinning my wheels. So I just want you guys to know that, you know, Instagram and a lot of those guys, they, I wouldn't say they lie. I just think people look at them and think, oh, it was overnight. You know, like I do this with YouTubers, right? I look at some YouTubers and I go, 1 million, you know, 1.7 million subscribers. Like, I'll never get that. You know what I mean? But then if you go on their video feed and you reverse it and you look oldest to newest, you see where they started and you go, oh, I can do that. I hope this helps you guys out. But it's all about taking a big goal and then making it a small one. But I think that it really helps you to be able to look at someone like myself and go, okay, realistically, that look could take me maybe 10 years. Maybe you're ahead of me, maybe you're behind me, like maybe it doesn't take you 10 years. And I don't know your genetic makeup, I don't know how well your body responds to food and things. So it may not, but I'm just saying that's a good idea to say, oh, okay, like going back to the YouTube example, like, all right, this person has 1.7 million subscribers and it took them 10 years. So if I break that down, you know, in my first 5 months, if I have 50 subscribers, then I'm actually right on track with someone that has 1.7 million. You know what I mean? And to me, that really helps me. I hope that that can encourage you guys as well to say, okay, 10 years, 5 years, 3 years. Okay, so monthly or every 6 months I want to gain 5 pounds of lean body mass. And if I can do that, then I'm on track, right? And you are, and that's how that works. These days, things are so fast paced and everyone wants everything right now, you know, and social media doesn't help that because you don't always see the, you know, progression, right? Like you don't always see, maybe you catch a professional bodybuilder or someone that competes or someone that looks the way you want to, but you catch them 10 years into their journey. Like some of you, I'm sure, are watching this and you didn't know me when I was 17 and you didn't know me when I was 18 and you haven't seen pictures of me that young, right? But you see me now and then you just, your mind goes, or at least mine does, it goes from that's attainable to, oh my gosh, like I could never be that size, like ever, right? Because you started in the middle of someone's journey. It's the same thing with YouTube. Like a lot of those YouTubers, like once they hit 1 million subscribers, they delete their early videos for whatever reason, when I think they should leave them up because that motivates people. Like myself, like I go on other YouTubers' pages and I reverse their feed, right? So I can see their first video ever, and I love watching the progression. And it's the same with bodybuilding, it's the same with lifting, it's the same with changing your body. And when I say bodybuilding, I don't mean that you have to compete and you have to be a competitor. I just mean like literally building your body up, whatever, in whatever way, whatever that means to you, you know, whether it's cutting or whatever your fitness goals are. This is going to really be key in following your fitness like journey and your goals. If you can just break a huge goal down into small little bite-sized pieces, not pizza, but pieces, you know, like I said, the smaller the better. Because can I eat, you know, when I wake up and I eat meal 1, boom, that's 1/6 of my day accomplished, right? And then I eat meal 2, and then meal 3, and then meal 4, right? And now, oh, it's time to go to the gym. Okay, do my best at the gym, come home. All right, now it's time to do cardio. Can I do it? Yep, I can. It's 45 minutes, knock that out of the park. Okay, all I have left is 2 more meals. 2 more meals, boom, before you know it, it's bedtime. I get to make 1 more streak on that whiteboard, and that's a day complete. And then I just wake up and I don't think about, you know, I want 100 days in a row. Don't think about it like that. Think about, I just want 1 more meal. You know what I mean? I just need to make it 1 more meal. I'm just trying to give as many strategies as I can, but I don't want the 9-10 years to discourage you. I want it to encourage you to know that, hey, that's possible. And the way I look at a lot of my goals is, okay, in 10 years, do you want to be out of shape, still unhappy, right? Because there's a reason you're starting fitness or you're in your journey right now. Like there's a reason you're unhappy, or you want to be healthy, or you want to look better at the pool. Like we all do, like I do myself as well. But something that really helps me is if I say, okay, all right, cool, so I don't do it, and in 10 years I'm a normal average Joe still. Or I do it, this little extra bit of effort every single day, compounded over 10 years, and I have the body that I've always wanted, and I get to keep that for as long as I continue to stay on top of things, right? To relate it to money, like if you told someone, hey, you know, you should start this career and then in 10 years you may be really well off. They're like, well, it's 10 years and I gotta go to school, or I gotta study, or I gotta research this or that. But if you said, hey, I promise you in writing that if you do this every single day for 10 years, you'll have $10 million at the end of the year, at the end of that 10 years. So then you go, all right, I'm 25. When I'm 35, I could have $10 million in the bank, or I could continue what I'm doing. That's when it's an easy choice, right? That's when it's like, no brainer, dude, I'll do it every single day, right? So you have to just kind of think of it like that. Like, if you do this, I promise you, you're going to increase, you know, you're going to hit your goal. Like, in 10 years is a top end, you know, especially like some of you, I'm sure you're going to grow and be more genetically gifted than I am, and you're gonna hit your goals even earlier, and the younger you start, the better. All that stuff is a factor, but just making sure that you're doing it consistently and persistently, and follow, you know, the advice on some of my other videos here, and you're gonna get to where you wanna be. But I hope that gave you guys like a realistic timeline, that patience is key, and I know that, you know, some people on Instagram, they seem like out of reach, right? But just set small goals, and I bet you they're not as far out of reach as you honestly think. But that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please smash that like button if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment below if you made it this far, or if you have a question for me. Be sure to subscribe for more content just like this, and so you don't miss any of my new upcoming content. Follow if you're watching me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the next one. We're gonna be talking about talked a little bit about, what are we talking about? I can't remember, oh my gosh. I gotta go look.